Make we talk, my people. Make we talk.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Make We Talk program. This afternoon we have with us former Broward County Mayor, Mr. Dale Holness. Mr. Holness, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, and a pleasant good afternoon to everyone in Radio Land as we talk money. Let us talk money today. We had a stunning week with the departure of the Speaker of the House on the Republican side, and now they're in disarray. I understand there's money there also.
Sir, Mr. Holness, Miss Karen Small is online.
Okay, no problem. I'm glad to find Karen on the line.
She got disconnected. She hung up. Go ahead. Let's continue.
Okay. So we have campaign that's on the way for replacing the Speaker of the House. People are positioning themselves, including Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, who was from Florida, and from what I've heard from people who have served with him.
Sorry, Mr. Holness. Miss Karen is back in line.
All right, no problem. We're going to talk with Miss Karen Smalls Smith, a good friend over many, many years. As I was saying about the speakership of the House, Matt Gaetz, from what I'm told by people who've served with him, is not the nicest guy. And we can see that there's disarray now in the Republican Party as we face the possibility of, in a few days, a close down of our country to have serious economic impact on the lives of people directly and indirectly. But this afternoon we have my dear friend Karen Smalls Smith, who I've known for many, many years. And we're going to talk a little bit about the nonprofit world. And there's money needed there and her role. Also talk about her business, because certainly businesses need money to function. And a lot of the good work that she's done within our community over many, 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 many years. And we now have Mark Douglas in the city of Sunrise as an elected official, but we made an attempt back in 2008 to help get a young lady elected over there. And we missed it, but Karen was out there knocking doors with me. And that would have been the first black person elected in Sunrise, but Mark Douglas somehow pulled it off a few years later, many years later. Karen, welcome to Let Us Talk Money on a Friday afternoon. I quote the scripture that says, food maketh a feast, wine maketh merry, but money answers all things. And that is from the Bible, Ecclesiastes 10 and 19. Now, I know you're a business person, I know you're a community activist, and you'll somehow find a way to blend the two, to really be a person who's put a lot of time and effort out there. So, Karen, what I want to do is get you introduced to the people on WZPP, WZOP radio, the voice of the Caribbean. Now, tell us a little bit about you, where you're born, went to school, family. I know you have a son serving in the Navy. Tell us a little bit about that, Karen.
I'm Karen Smith, as Mr. Holness has said, and I'm married to Mr. R.C. Smith. We have a blended family of 6. I have 4 grandkids. I came here from South Carolina over 40, I suppose 30 years ago to go to school. And went to fashion school for 2 years. Then I started work at Motorola, where I went to school and got my bachelor's degree in e-business. And I I've been here ever since. I am a friend of the African American Research Library and Culture Center. I just got elected as president of what's known as the Umbrella Friends, where I will get the pleasure of helping 38 chapters, Friends chapters, just bring their goals and their fruition to life. So that's what I do. And I'm also a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, Xi Phi Zeta chapter in Popular to the president. I'm also the community outreach coordinator for Sickle Cell Disease Association of Broward County. So I wear many hats. But I must what I do. I love every day that I can get up and make a positive difference in someone's life.
So Karen, oh yeah, a little feedback there.
Is it coming from me?
Trying to figure out where it's coming from, Karen. I think it's a little better.
Okay.
So, so your son actually is serving in the Navy right now?
He, you know what? He's going to school. He's actually going to school to be a registered nurse, and the Navy is paying for it. He took advantage of his GI Bill, and that's what he's doing.
That's such a good thing. I remember when he was a young kid, before he even went into high school, huh? And then he went to Dillard High and did ROTC, got enlisted. And for the audience out there, the military is not a bad place to go. I know people dissuade folks from joining because they're afraid they might have to go to war. But there's a tremendous amount of respect that is earned by serving the country in the military. And there's a lot of help that you can get. Karen is saying her son is now going to be a registered nurse being paid for by the military. So when he comes out, he will have a good education. They also have the opportunity to get a house with low or no down payment and special treatment. Now, Karen, you and I have been engaged with sickle cell. You've been the president of that for how long now? You've been the executive director, rather. For how many years?
I was the president for like 4 years, and then there was an opportunity that came for me to really engage and work in the community. So I've been the community outreach coordinator now for over 8 years.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about sickle cell and how it affects people, and what does the sickle cell organization does to help them.
Okay, well, our mission is to enhance the quality of life of people living with sickle cell disease by addressing their medical, social, and psychological and informational needs. And we also get the opportunity to go up to Tallahassee to, not lobby, but just put our concerns on the table, to let our voice be heard that sickle cell affects primarily the African American race, but like I tell everybody, it's a blood disease, so it can really affect any race.
And the effects of sickle cell, how does that affect someone who has the trait or has the disease? How does it impact their lives, and what are the symptoms and how they cope with that?
Okay, so I'm going to take one at a time. If you have sickle cell, that means that you carry a gene that was passed on from both of your parents, so you have sickle cell disease. And what a life with sickle cell disease, if I had to describe it, you get up, sometimes you're in pain. Some days you might feel good, but most of my clients tell me every day they experience some type of pain. And I'm talking about pain where you're taking medication and it does not relieve your pain. We have a lot of our clients who've had stroke. They've had to have hip replacement. I had one client who is actually losing her hearing because of this disease. Some of them have problems with their eyesight. So sickle cell really attacks the whole body because when your blood is not carrying the oxygen throughout your body the way it's supposed to, it affects every organ in your body. So it's a very painful blood disorder. And the thing about it, sickle cell disease has been around for over 112 years. And now we're getting to the point that we have 5 medications for people who have sickle cell compared to others that have 22, 23, 25, 30 medication that they can be prescribed. So it's really an underserved disease.
I think we talked previously that the kind of research and development that is focused on other diseases, for some reason, is not focused on those who have sickle cell or the disease, how to cure it, how to treat it. Is it because it's primarily affecting Black people? Not that it doesn't affect others, but the larger percentage of people who are affected are people of color, right?
Yeah, I think because years ago it was labeled as a Black disease, and that's what we call it, a Black disease. I can't say it no other way. And I think that really did the African American community a disservice. And I'm learning that not only is the African American race affected with sickle cell at a record number, but also Asians.
Yes. And I think people from the Middle East also.
Yes.
How now, we're talking about money, so money comes in here. How does it affect their ability to earn a living? What happens to them in terms of their earning power because of this disease?
It's very limited because a lot of times when they go on jobs, if they get a job, if they get sick, they can't work, they miss days, so they lose their job. Mm-hmm. So a lot of them are limited resources, which is really, really, really sad. And that's how it is. I mean, and they want to work, and they want to work, and they want to, be a part of the community. They want to, contribute to their livelihood. But sickle cell disease, being the disease it is, sometimes don't allow them that opportunity.
So because it affects them not in the same way every day, it's somewhat sporadic in terms of the extremity of the illness. They miss time at work. They also miss time at school, so they have a tough time getting an education, tough time getting to stay on a job because of the illness. So it really limits their ability to earn a living. So your organization help with raising funds to help them with treatment, help get education and information out, trying to make sure they stay in treatment so that they can have more good days than bad days. Over the years, you've raised money. Tell me some of the things that the Sickle Cell Organization of Broward County has done to help with supporting those who have this dreaded disease in terms of, I know you do scholarship, you do assistance otherwise. Tell us a little bit about what you do, Karen.
Well, I really want to hit on the scholarship program because when I became a part of the outreach team, one of the things, and I had a conversation with a lot of the adults that had sickle cell, and they figured that, no one really heard them, and they had a lot of unmet needs. And one of the needs was they wanted to go to school and wanted to, some support. And so every year, Sickle Cell gives out an average of $10,000 in scholarship. And this year right here, we plan on giving $12,000. We're going to take it up a notch to be able to help them. And you know what? It's so impactful because the beautiful thing is when you see their letters and their applications, most of them want to go back to school to be nurse practitioners, hematologists, so they can really help the people who have sickle cell. You know, because they know what it means to have this disease, and so they really want to give back. And it's just a really good program, a really good feeling for us to be able to award them these scholarships. And the unique thing about our scholarships is they can apply for these scholarships every year until they finish to get their degree. Because we understand that they do get sick and sometimes they have to drop classes. So our organization is very instrumental on helping them get their degrees. We also help give them guidance, like when they have to apply for their disability, because there was an act that was passed many years ago that gave them the right to apply for disability, and we work really closely with the attorney here in Broward County to help them do that. We provide some limited support when it comes to medication and food and stuff like that. But the scholarships is one of our biggest initiatives that we do.
Because it's life changing. If they get a education, they can earn more and they can contribute more. So, and I know that there are people who actually have named scholarship that each year that person will come, or that family will actually contribute towards the scholarship fund, and the scholarship is given out in that person or the person's family name each year. Now, tell us how that's done, and then give us some contact information as to how, if someone wants to help support the efforts, they can do so.
Okay, so this is how the scholarship works. Like you said, like me and my husband, we give out a scholarship every year for $1,000, and this is to an individual who have sickle cell trait, because me and my husband carry the trait, so we do that. And so it's just a simple thing. You call, or you make a donation through our website saying, I want a scholarship done in my business name or my loved one name. Like, for example, Matt White. This year right here, he's pledged to do like $2,000 in scholarship. So that means we get to give 2 scholarships and $1,000 each. And it's a very simple, easy process. We have a website. It's www.sicklefreebroward.org. Or you can call the office 954-524-4920, and you will be directed on how you can submit your scholarship donation to the organization.
So I'm going to ask you, because I know you're driving, so we're hearing a little bit of the road. Make sure your windows are fully closed. The website again, slowly, and also the phone number.
The website is sicklefreebroward.org. The telephone number is 954-524-4920. And that's how they can reach us regarding the scholarship. And we also have a Facebook page, Sickle Free Broward. You can find us on Facebook under Sickle Free Broward.
So the website is sicklefreebroward.com.
.org.
I'm sorry, sicklefreebroward.org. Sicklefreebroward.org. And the phone number is 954-524-4920. Correct?
Correct.
And now you also have an annual event, a banquet, that you raise fund and you honor people who supports the efforts of sickle cell. When is the next event for that, Karen?
Our event this year is going to be December the 29th. It's going to be in Pompano Beach at the Skolnick Center, Earl Skolnick Center. It's going to be from 7:30 to 10 o'clock.
Okay, and tickets are available for sale for that, right?
Yeah, on Eventbrite.
Okay, and
You can get it through Eventbrite.
so at Eventbrite, they can look for Sickle Free Broward and find the event date, time, place, and the cost of the tickets. How much is the cost of the tickets, Karen?
75.
Oh, $75. I mean, most of the ones I go to these days are more than 75. They're usually 150 to 250 bucks. I mean, this is quite reasonable. I guess you could count me in for 2 tickets for this, because I think it's such a
I
worthy
appreciate
cause.
that.
And
Thank you.
I've been there for many years, Karen. It's so great to work with you. And you also look for sponsorship for this event. Do you have your sponsorships category already formulated, and how may someone make a contribution towards the program through sponsorship?
So if they're interested in the sponsorship, if they can email info@sicklefreebroward.org, I will gladly send them a copy of the sponsorship package.
Okay, so info@sicklefreebroward.org. info@sicklefreebroward.org. You know, let me ask another question here. In terms of the population that's affected, at what age does someone really usually find out?
That they have sickle cell?
Yes. What usually is
at birth?
Okay. So that's a test.
Every child is tested. From 1989, there's a universal test that's done. That's called a hemoglobin electrophoresis test. So every child is tested. And so what happens is when a child tests positive for sickle cell disease, they do what's known as a confirm. They do a second test to confirm, and the mother is informed about the child sickle cell, the status of the child. Now, if the child has sickle cell trait, there's a letter that's sent home to the mother.
Okay. Now, I know that if you're married to someone, or you have a child with someone who has sickle cell, it's the likelihood of that child having sickle cell is increased. So people sometimes try to find that out before they start dating or getting married if they have the sickle cell trait. Is that something that's done, and what do you recommend there?
I highly recommend it. I would say sickle cell trait, no date, but of course I married someone that has sickle cell trait with the understanding we weren't going to have no kids. So we knew that from when we got married. We both carried a trait. We fell in love talking about sickle cell. But we made it, we knew we weren't going to have any kids. So I'm like, okay, go for it. But I really like talking to the young people, especially the ones that's in high school.
Yes.
Even the little small kids that's in elementary,
listening. We'll come back on the other side of this break. We're going to take a break for a commercial, and we'll come back on the other side of the break.
We're not the airline.
Welcome back to the Make It Talk program. We talk money with us. Go ahead, sir.
Let us talk money. We're on this afternoon with my very good friend Karen Smith. I keep going for the small because that was your previous name. The Voice of the Caribbean Radio, 96.1 FM, Miami, 92.7 FM in Fort Lauderdale, 1590 AM in Tampa, St. Petersburg. We are 102.3 FM in Hollywood, North Miami, 105.3 FM in Vero Beach, and 99.7 FM in Orlando, Winter Garden, Lake Mary. And certainly you can find us on the web at wzppradio.com. wzppradio.com. You can call your friends, you can listen in, and certainly we're also on the YouTube channel with Jeffrey Tavares, Make It Talk. So we still have my friend Karen on the phone. Karen, thanks for hanging in, and we're talking about dating and marrying someone with the trade, and I know you and your husband both have it. You were married later in life after you had children, so you weren't thinking of having any more children. And you say, what was it again about sickle cell trait no date or something like that?
Yeah, sickle cell trait no day, but he wooed me.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, I've known your husband for a while. Fantastic human being, so are you. I think we both did well with each other, quite supportive of each other, and it's a beautiful thing to see how you both get along and how you both help to build and strengthen our community in so many, many ways. So I'm going to switch now to another part of your philanthropic and community service, and you got so many facets that you and I have interacted with over the years. And I don't know who's doing the last minute proclamations and assistance with letters and stuff from the government these days. But I was so happy to have been there to be able to support you on your efforts because you do such great work. So
Thank you. To be honest, I don't think we've had my gun since you left. So you gotta help me out.
I don't know that I'm going back to it. I don't know. We'll see where my life goes, but at this point in time, I'm so grateful to be able to serve the people in so many different capacities. Still engaged with cricket, with small business assistance, with small businesses, with informing and educating people as we do here on this radio station, advance the cause of prosperity for people in Broward County and beyond. So you are also very engaged with your sorority, but you're also very engaged with the Friends of the Library System, Friends of the African American Research Library. That's another place that we intersect and we support each other and help each other to build and make this community a better place for all of us. I'm now on the board of the Friends, and you've been there for a very, very long time. Friends of the African American Research Library, and it's one of only 3 facilities in the country that is dedicated to the African American community in terms of a place where you can find information about Black folks, a place that people come together and work together to advance the cause of Black people. We have a museum there. We have a performing arts center, a small 320 seats, but it's a fantastic facility. Tell us about your engagement with the Friends, and now you moved up to where you're now with the Friends of Broward, the larger entity. Talk to us a little bit about your work there, and then we're going to try and get you a little information on what you do and how how you make a living and get that information out there. So, let's start with the friends.
Well, my role with the Friends is I'm the financial secretary. I've been with the Friends for over 15 years. I started out just assisting McLaughlin S. Simmons with membership, and from that gradually held various positions on the board. And right now, I'm the financial secretary. And I can tell you, I love being the financial secretary because in that role, I'm responsible for receiving all of the money that comes into the Friends group. But I take it a little bit further. I receive the money, and I am also very instrumental in making sure that we connect with our community and they understand the importance of supporting others and the Friends. And so I always try to think of creative ways of bringing in funds to artists. And I love it. I say to people all the time, I love the fundraising. People look at me like I'm crazy. But it's a passion because when you know that you're raising money for a great cause and you can see how the money is being positively used in your community, it really serves my purpose. And I love it.
So I know as the treasurer you are hot and making sure that the money is well spent and that there's accountability and transparency in the whole process. Sometimes it gets tough,
Yeah.
but being beggar in chief and then ensuring that the money is spent right is something that's very important. I used to call myself beggar in chief for certain causes, but you are another beggar in chief for some.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us the sort of things that the Friends have raised money for and how you can contribute to help it. I can tell you folks that I am now a life member, and I actually was there at the onset when the life was being built with fundraising, being a part of the Kiwanis Club, at Lauderdale Lakes Sunrise at the time, where we helped to raise money in broad bricks and just have a plaque done out there that contributed to me being on one of those posts in the front. A life what's a regular membership and what's you have a centurion and then the life membership.
The life membership is only 1,000. Almost 1,000. We have a continuous membership.
My friend Jeffrey here is not.
Let me brag a little bit. Right now, today, we have 24 life members. And so we're looking to double that this year. And we have an activity that's coming soon that will allow us to do so.
So for life members,
it's a challenge. Yeah. We actually each life member to bring a life member. The one who wants to be a life member. Especially that.
Jeffrey is here. Jeffrey is here, so only $1,000. That's a lot of money. But for many people,
no, it's only $1,000. It's only, and it really helps you.
For many,
I still got a fundraiser.
For many, 1,000 is a lot. For some, it's not. Now, they can also be a subscription member and a member at a higher level. Just the other two levels.
So the other two were Centennial, which is 100, and then the regular membership, so the general membership is 35. So listen,
we have a category for you, Jeffrey. $100 a year. Yeah.
Okay, I got him on that one.
So you can come in.
The fun thing about being a part of the life member, everything that we do our journal stuff, your name is printed on everything as a life member, and we're getting something a gift shop with a lot of number names that you list in our gift shop when people come and stop by ours.
It's pretty interesting. So let me ask you, Karen, another thing. Those plaques that we have out there, are we putting any more out so you can pay, I guess, 500, 1,000, 15,000, or even more to be a contributor so that you can have funds for the long term?
Okay, so the ones, all of the $500 ones, we have put that circle is completed. We do have more plaques on the heritage walls, but there's been a little change in the price because we did that 2 years ago.
Yes.
The scale have went up, cost have went up, so but we all offer people the opportunity to be placed on the heritage wall.
So you can get the name on the heritage wall for the African Library Research Center by contacting what's the contact information?
I'm going to give you mine. 954-260-7757. Karen Smith, the Financial Secretary.
954
260 7757.
Okay, and Karen, know that you're doing so much. I want to make sure we give you a couple of minutes. We have about 15 minutes left on the program to talk about your business and how we might be able to support you so that you can continue to do the great work that you do. A lot of people don't realize that when you're engaged in community building, whether through a nonprofit organization or even as an elected official, because oftentimes people can go to those politics and make so much money. And I'm dropping my accent in a little bit here. Karen, because that's how they talk, right? And we're on Caribbean radio, of course. The fact is this, that those who give of themselves to serve in nonprofit capacities and who serve in the elected office really also need to be supported because many give up time from their businesses, give up time from their jobs, to make as much as they would if they were not engaged in these activities. Tell us a little bit about what kind of work you do. And before I go there, let me thank you for assisting me with the program for my son when unfortunately he passed, and for my mother a couple of years ago when we had to do the programming and the assistance with helping us through that grieving time with connecting us and supporting us with the funeral homes and those kind of things. So take some time now to tell us a little bit more about what you do and how you make it.
Well, my business is called Promotion of Interest, and guess what? I want to thank you because this month right here, on the 13th of October, I will celebrate 20 years of being in business. And I'm so grateful once to God, and I'm so grateful to the community for embracing me. And my motto is, we print to promote you. My print shop is not like an average print shop. I work by appointments because I can better serve my customers. Because I believe in whatever I do, that it's all about the customer. It's what they want and how they want it to look and how the outcome is. It has to be about them. And I like to give them the opportunity to we sit at the conference room table and we make things happen at the table. So I work by appointments, and I'm grateful for the community for allowing me to have the type of printing company I do, because I can say that the community will embrace me. I can tell you that my first customer was my wife's funeral home, and I'm still doing business with him today. And I'm grateful for that. And it's just, and I offer a array of services. I do printing, I do events. So like if you're having an event and you need a screen and a projector, I have the capability of helping you do that. I also do a little bit of graphic design and a little bit of consulting when it comes to printing and what you need.
So you do promotional items also, things, connect watches and all those kind of stuff. Tell us about the promotional stuff. Holiday season coming up. Many businesses want to give memorabilia to their customers so that they are showing gratitude to them for doing business with them, but also a keepsake that they can be reminded of their business.
Yes, so I do. My promotional product line goes from pens to ribbon to napkins to anything that you want. I can put your logo on a rag. I can put your logo on your car, whatever you need. Besides promotional items, cups, mugs. I'm actually doing some towels, some personalized towels for my customers, and some other neat stuff. We do embroidery. We have the capability of doing embroidery, silk screening, and also the direct garment. Today, the reason why I'm not in the studio is because one of my sorrow sister died, and I was doing some custom ribbons with the picture on it that she doesn't even know that's going to be delivered to her in about an hour. So I do a lot of custom stuff. Like I do custom registered books, not the traditional registered book from some guy where there's nice pictures of them throughout. I really, my gem is the custom promotional product.
You do t-shirts and shirts also. You do t-shirts, shirts, and those kind of stuff. Caps and things that people wear when they go out to walk or jog or to events. If you have an event coming up and you need 200 t-shirts, if you have a campaign for a public office, you do t-shirts for that also.
And the yard sign. Yeah.
So you
oversized pictures.
You do it all. Karen, go ahead and give us the contact information, how someone will reach you to support your business so that you can continue to do great things that you're doing in Oakland.
So my website is www.promotionalprintersinc.com. The telephone number is 954-587-2119. And my office is off of Broward and 27th, 261 Southwest 27th Avenue, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm right directly across the street from the Federal District.
So I'm going to have to slow down and get that information out again so that those who need to write it down will be able to do so. The website again, slowly,
is promotionalprintersinc.com. The telephone number is 954-587-2119. I am located at 261 Southwest 27th Avenue, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33312.
Okay, so we'll do it again. It's promotional printers
with an S. INC.com.
Promotional printers Inc.com.
Call. And my telephone number is 954-587-2119. And I'm located at 261 Southwest 27th Avenue.
So,
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
And I know you do programs for churches, for funerals, for all sorts of booklets for events.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Now, and you will consult with someone that can come in, or if they have a big enough order, you won't mind going out and meeting with them, right?
I don't mind at all.
Because you believe in giving services.
reasonable. So there's no reason why they shouldn't look to support someone in our community who is doing all these wonderful things to help build a better place for all of us, for our children. You're also personally involved in your sorority. You can give us a little bit on that shortly, and then I want us to give your information out before we finish. We have about 4 minutes left on the program.
I am currently the president of my sorority, Psi Phi Zeta. We're located in Pompano Beach, and our focus is on sisterhood, scholarship, sisterhood, and final womanhood. We have been around over 100 years, and we really believe in giving back and making a difference in our community. I love the sisterhood. I love my sisters. We do great work. We like doing partnerships and just connecting with our community.
And I know that you're also being a part of what's called the Divine Nine, which is the nine sororities and fraternities that are predominant in the Black community. But you also do a little political activity, where the group actually helps the registered voters encourage people to go out and vote in a non-partisan manner. Talk a little bit about that, and remember or support for my friend over in Sunrise a few years ago that came so close to you. And talk about your community activism from that standpoint.
So let me say this to you. You said it earlier, and I wanted to tell you. You know, my son actually volunteered and helped also, and I think that was a life-changing experience for him in a good way, because that is what drove him to be where he's at today. And it's very powerful in the community that he's now living in. But getting back to the sorority and the Divine Nine, our push is we have an initiative that's called Social Actors Get Engaged. So we're really doing some work, and we're getting people registered to vote, and letting them understand what's going on with the mail-in ballot. That's one of our big push to make sure that people are registered to vote, and that if they want to mail-in ballots to come to their house, there's nothing goes and actually giving those out, and just letting them know that the law has changed. That every year you got to re-sign up to get a mail-in ballot. People don't realize that. So that's one of our big initiatives, and that we must vote. We don't have a choice. People think they have a choice. I tell them we don't have a choice. And that's the attitude we should have with people when it comes to vote. We don't have a choice. People have died for us to be able to vote. We don't have a choice. No one in my house has a choice.
You know, I appreciate you so much time for the friendship, but really, really grateful for all that you do. So let's go ahead again before we run out of time. Give your contact information at this time for your business, and share if they reach you through your business, they reach you for all the other things that you do. Go ahead with your website, your phone number, and your address again slowly.
My website is promotionalprintersinc.com. My telephone number is 954-587-2119. The address is 261 Southwest 27th Avenue, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And you can also follow me on Facebook under Promotional Printers and Google. If you do a search for Promotional Printers Inc., you can find me there also.
Thank you so much, man, for spending this time with us on Let Us Talk Money on a Friday afternoon. Have a wonderful weekend. And again, thank you so much for all of you. Please support Karen for the great work she's doing. Spend some money.
It's 2 o'clock.
We can take you to the